What's up, everyone? My name is Unkindled Adam, and welcome to Stream Addicts, the most needlessly comprehensive television review show on the internet. For our debut episode, we bring you a formal introduction into the first series Stream Addicts plans to cover, NBC's Parks and Recreation. Spanning 6 years and 125 episodes, the show has garnered a near cult-like following with its fans, and is loaded with unique and affable characters. Despite its longevity with fans, Parks and Recreation has underperformed with critics. Case in point would be its award show performances. 1 in 4 at the Golden Globes, 0 for 3 at the SAG Awards, and a staggering 0 for 15 at the Emmys. Sad to look at the Parks and Rec IMDb page because it's just nomination after nomination but no wins. It's kind of ridiculous. Nevertheless, the show has attained an endearing fan base, striking healthy balance between irreverent laughs and authentic emotion. So how did the show come to be? Let's find out. Flashback to 2007, producer and media executive Ben Silverman is named co-chairman of NBC Entertainment and soon after pitches the idea of an Office spinoff to show creator Greg Daniels, himself being a longtime writer on SNL, The Simpsons, and a co-creator of King of the Hill. Daniels recruited writer and neckbeard enthusiast Michael Schur to help develop the new show. Though tasked with creating a spin-off to The Office, the idea was scrapped when the duo couldn't find the right fit. While it sounds like they tried to make a spin-off and failed, I get the sense that Daniels and Schur didn't really want to do that, and looking back on it now, this was the right call. I can't imagine people watching a show based on any of the secondary characters from The Office. Like, would you watch 6 seasons of a show based around Kevin or Stanley? And taking away Michael or Jim and Pam would effectively kill the #1 show on your network. So while throwing around ideas for the new show, producers lined up Aziz Ansari and Rashida Jones to join the cast. The spin-off idea permanently died when SNL alum Amy Poehler agreed to play the lead. It was at this point producers hit the ground running on an entirely new concept.
If there is anyone out there who still doubts that America is a place where all things are possible, who still wonders if the dream of our founders is alive in our time, tonight is your answer.
In 2008, politics was at the forefront of everyone's mind.
As opposed to...
Okay, fair enough, but at this point in time, with the financial crisis hitting the country hard, followed by the election of Barack Obama, governments of all sizes were both being scrutinized and transformed. This news cycle gave Daniels and Schur the direction of their new show: follow a low-level bureaucrat with good intentions but who routinely gets in over their heads. For research, writers spent time at city council meetings in Los Angeles County. One hilarious thing they noticed is that only people who opposed the topics being discussed actually showed up. So most of the time, these government workers of negligible influence and shoestring budgets would routinely get chewed out by people day in and day out. Sucks. It wasn't all for naught, though, because the writers met a couple of people who'd be the impetus for 2 characters on the show. One being a California city planner, and another libertarian government official who said, and I quote, "I don't really believe in the mission of the job." I wonder who that could be. Parks and Rec aired its pilot episode on April 9th, 2009 and was part of NBC's Comedy Night Done Right programming every Thursday. The show was sandwiched between the criminally underrated Dan Harmon sitcom Community and quite possibly the greatest TV comedy ever produced, the aforementioned The Office. In the early 2000s, NBC executives began noticing the decline in ratings for the must-see TV era, going from the top-rated cable network dropping to the 4th behind CBS, ABC, and Fox. Starting around 2001, NBC began shifting their comedy offerings away from the studio audience, laugh-on-cue setups like Friends and Will and Grace into the multi-camera productions with branching storylines and bigger casts. The first NBC show with this type of format was Scrubs, followed shortly after by Tina Fey's 30 Rock. Now, the first season of Parks and Rec wasn't accepted well at first, due to reasons we'll discuss later in the series. Though it's not the only reason, one of the reasons the first season is only 6 episodes is because writers had to make considerable changes to the characters for audiences to connect with them. The first season is not well regarded by either critics or fans. Shouldn't feel too bad because if you remember, The Office only had 6 episodes in its first season. Nevertheless, NBC executives knew the offerings in comedy were sparse, so they agreed to let Parks and Rec stick around to work out the kinks. So now that you know how the show came to be, it's now time to get straight into the review with the pilot episode of Parks and Recreation coming at you next. If you like what we do here, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. And if you have any lovely comments, or you want to be realistic and tell me how bad I suck, feel free to leave the comments below. Until next time, I'm Unkindled Adam for Stream Addicts Review, wishing you happy viewing.